Are you one of the millions of people living with a terrible autoimmune disorder known as lupus, or called systemic lupus erythematosus? If you are, and you've taken different medications, you've seen different types of medical doctors and even possibly alternative physicians, and you haven't received the relief, the results, the relief from the pain, the relief from the rash, the relief from your symptoms that you're really looking for and hoping for, and you want answers, then raise your hand right now and say, yes, I do want answers. My name is Dr. Herman, and we're going to watch this video, or at least a brief insight to this wonderful woman's video testimonial, which you'll see completely at the end of this video. And you're going to hear her describe some amazing and rapid changes in reduction of her symptoms that she suffered for a very long time where medications did not work. So let's watch that video real quick. It'll just take maybe about a minute. And then when I come back onto this video, I'm going to share with you a free offer that you can take advantage of. I'm going to share with you the unique exam findings of what I discovered in her, of what we actually treated to get out of her body so that she could experience the amazing relief that you're going to hear from in just a few seconds here. And then I'm going to share with you how you can become my patient. And that is the purpose of this video, quite honestly, is to help you get relief from your symptoms. And I believe that I, Dr. Lonnie Herman, I'm the one to help you. So let's watch this brief excerpt of her testimonial video, and I'll be back in just a moment.
I was diagnosed with lupus when I was about 15 years old.
Did your symptoms stay the same as when you were first diagnosed, or did they progressively get worse since the diagnosis?
They got worse since the diagnosis. I was diagnosed because I had chest pain, and then that chest pain had spread to my fingers, my wrists, my back, just my ankles, especially my knees too. I was about 19 when I first started seeing this weird red bumps everywhere. It was all over on the side of my hip and my bum and my whole leg. Super red, burning to the touch, very painful.
It was on your face, it was on your chest, it was on your back.
Everywhere on my face, especially my forehead too. Even sometimes it would be like on the tops of my feet, just very uncomfortable places. My chest pain and my wrist pain was so bad. Like I would wake up unable to move my fingers and my hands. Like it would hurt so bad to even grab something small. Like it would just hurt. Even writing was kind of painful and very uncomfortable.
Your skin rashes right now, the amount of severity, reduction in the severity of the rash, how much percentage?
The amount of severity is probably about like 90%.
And the frequency and the amount of the rash that appears on the body is about how much reduction?
Definitely at least like 70 or like 80.
And you've greatly reduced again, Benadryl didn't work before, Allegra didn't work before, but now they are helping a little bit.
Now I only have to take 1 Allegra in the morning and 2 Benadryl before bed. Normally I was having to take an Allegra in the morning and Benadryl throughout the day. I would be so tired, falling asleep, like just insanely tired, and it still wasn't working. I was still having hives.
And now we're going to see it all gone very soon.
Dr. Herman has really helped me out a lot. I'm really thankful.
Your joint pain, it used to be across your whole body. And now, is it still across your whole body, or has it reduced?
It's definitely reduced into just a few locations, and it used to be everywhere all the time.
All the time, 24/7?
All the time, 24/7. I couldn't even take a deep breath properly, because I would feel it in my sternum. Like it would be so sore, like sore to the touch. And now I'm fine. I don't even have chest pain anymore, really.
It's incredible. Wow, isn't that just amazing? Aren't we thrilled for her? And I'm so grateful that she was able to share her time with us and share her story, share her experience. I mean, it's just amazing for her to have 6 years of terrible joint pain linked to her lupus diagnosis that never, ever went away until now, that never went away in her past with taking the steroids that the doctors gave her. The steroids only made it worse. Her chest pain, it only became worse. Her rash, taking the Benadryl, taking Zyrtec, taking Allegra, taking these different over-the-counter medications, none of them helped her. And only this care that I've offered her, this care that she's following from a customized protocol that I designed for her, has helped her experience the relief that she finally has achieved and that she truly deserves, and you deserve also. I'm going to take a break for just a second. I want to share with you a free offer, and then I'm going to come right back and share with you her unique exam findings. You can go on my website and download my book for free, but how you can reclaim your health, how you can use quantum energized medicine protocols to actually reverse seemingly incurable chronic illnesses or chronic diseases. Download my book, read it. It's very simple, 40 pages. Maybe it'll take you about an hour. And inside that book, there are a lot of big pictures. It's big font. There's not too much reading, literally maybe an hour. There are 3 links inside my book that you should click on and read more about my work, about my unique quantum food sensitivity assessment examination that we perform on every patient, about my quantum dental assessment, as well as on the very last page, I highly recommend, because you're going to want to know how I do what I do for people. I give a brief insight to that on my journey as a physician to become your physician who gives you the answers, as well as into my method of how I'm doing what I'm doing and the science behind it. On the very last page, click that link. It brings you to a private page on my website. And on this page, you can watch a 42-minute video in where I'm presenting my journey as a physician, the type of labs I used to run, my education, my background, as well as my method, okay? Okay, let's get back to describing exactly what I found in Anika's body. That when she followed this customized protocol that I designed for her, through examination I performed on her in my clinic, she's taking these highly effective liquid energized drops or energized formulas that we've created for her in our lab here to get rid of these specific infections that made her rash and made her joint pain and her chest pain occur and linger in her body. When you hear what I'm about to share in just another moment, you'll understand why just following an autoimmune diet, or just following a certain type of diet, or just following a gluten-free or dairy-free diet is not enough to help you or another person you know or love, or another person out there in the world who's diagnosed with lupus. I found with her, part of the reason for her rash was that she had the measles virus in her skin. I also found that she had multiple forms of mold and mold toxins affecting her skin. I found that her spleen was infected with the chickenpox virus. When an organ like the spleen, for example, is infected with a virus, that viral expression can appear on the skin, so make a skin rash appear, number one, but also it can make your body hurt. The spleen is, you've got blood flowing through the spleen. Any infection in the spleen can get right out from the spleen into the bloodstream, go to the brain, go to your bones, go to your muscles, go to your skin, your lymph, your organs, your glands. Anywhere and everywhere in the body can be affected, and any symptom can appear when the spleen is infected. I also found that her skin was infected with the ringworm fungus. I found measles virus infecting her spleen. I found her connective tissues infected with multiple types of mold infections and mold toxins. I found her spleen, once again, in this first exam, I found she was loaded with activated mast cells. Click on the link below and watch this activated mast cell video, or mast cell activation syndrome video that I put up on my YouTube channel. I think you'll find it very insightful, very interesting. I found those activated mast cells once again causing inflammation in her spleen. I also found those activated mast cells causing serious inflammation in her kidneys. I found the activated mast cells causing stress in her lungs, and that's part of the reason why she had the chest pain and the breathing difficulty. I also found that she had ringworm infecting her stomach, measles virus infecting her stomach, ringworm in her ureters, or the tubes that come out of the kidneys going down to the bladder. I found she had multiple forms of mold and mold toxins infecting her lungs, her bronchioles, particularly in her lungs. She had the Babesia microti parasite infection and multiple fungal infections infecting and affecting her adrenal glands. I also found, very interesting, was that her bone marrow was infected with the ringworm. Her brain was infected with mold and mold toxins. And one more finding I'll share with you is that her lungs also were loaded with stress by an inflammatory protein. The abbreviation for this protein, inflammatory protein that her body made, and could be in your body causing some of your pain, this protein is known as MMP9. And this protein we were able to neutralize, just like the activated mast cells, we're able to neutralize with these highly energized, quantum energized liquid formula drops. When you take these drops, and I'm going to show another video here right now, when we can bombard those cells or proteins or infections with specific frequencies that match the organism, that match the activated mast cell, that match the MMP9 protein, that match the fungus, that match the mold, that match the mold toxins, your body will just experience an elimination of those infections and toxins and mast cell, activated mast cells, as well as the MMP9 protein, and then a reduction in the symptoms will be experienced. So I'm very happy to share with you about her significant reduction in symptoms and tremendous improvement in her life, tremendous improvement in her function, tremendous improvement overall in her experience living every day and every night now. She does not have or barely has any pain, barely, maybe just a joint in her finger can hurt now. She doesn't have the chest pain that she suffered for years. She barely even has the rash. The rash is at maybe 3/4 completed of the protocol that I prepared for her. She maybe has a 10% of the rash remaining. Pretty incredible. For you to become a patient in my clinic, you can just call my clinic number. We'll put it here on the screen. My number is 954-370-3100. Once again, 954-370-3100. You can also send an email to my clinic email address. We'll put it right here as well, clinic@drlonnieherman.com. You can also just schedule your appointment with me through my website. There is a calendar there. This type of care that I'm offering you is not covered by any insurance policies out there. They don't recognize the type of services that I'm providing for people. So this will be an investment in yourself. You should be your most important investment in your life. So invest in yourself and help yourself recover and help yourself regain your normal function, reclaim your normal health, restore your normal life, become disease-free. And the only way that that can be done is to eliminate the hidden disease-causing infections and toxins from your body. And when that can be done, you too can be on a video with me here sharing about your amazing relief. You too can enjoy your life once again. I want to share something before I conclude with this discussion. Your body is different than every other person. We can have two people with lupus, two people with joint pain, two people with skin rash, and both people, even though the diagnosis and the symptoms are the same, they have different causes. You have your own puzzle that we have to solve. You have your own condition, your own unique series of infections and toxins that have entered various parts of your body. Maybe it's going to take you more than one protocol to notice the significant reduction that Anika has experienced. Maybe, just maybe you'll experience reduction in symptoms even faster than she does or that she has experienced. My goal for you is to help you experience rapid reduction in your symptoms, rapid reduction in the causes of your symptoms. But you and I both know right now, we don't know every cause of your condition right now. We will figure it out and we will help you eliminate those causes. But right now, you and I both don't know how many different causes, how many different pieces of the puzzle you have that we have to put together to help you experience major relief from your condition. So if you are sick and tired of being sick and tired, If you really want to find another way out of your condition, instead of just masking the symptoms with immune suppressant medication, with over-the-counter allergy medications, with Tylenol, with Aleve, with Advil, with steroids, if you want to stop masking your condition and really figure out what's causing it and get rid of the causes, my door is open for you. And I believe we can get the job done for you too. You can go on my video playlist here on YouTube, on my YouTube channel about lupus, and see some incredible stories that people have shared with you on videos on my lupus page on my website, which you should visit as well. And also look at these different videos about people who've recovered from the skin rashes with lupus, from the pains from lupus. It can be done. She's not the only patient I've helped recover from this horrible disease. I look forward to helping you too. I'll see you soon. Until then, let's get ready to be well. Goodbye for now. We're on this call with Anika. She's 21, she's in college, and she came to my clinic. I'm Dr. Herman. She came to my clinic because she suffered from terrible skin problems and joint pain problems and chest pain associated to her lupus diagnosis. Right now, she is halfway through her first, or a little more than halfway through her first protocol with me, and she's already experiencing living with great reduction in these symptoms that were previously not reduced with the medicines that she was prescribed by her doctors. Anika, if you can share, how long ago were you diagnosed with lupus?
I was diagnosed with lupus when I was about 15 years old.
Did your symptoms stay the same as when you were first diagnosed, or did they progressively get worse since the diagnosis?
They got worse since the diagnosis. I was diagnosed because I had chest pain. Eventually that chest pain, it was still there. It would get worse. And then that chest pain had spread to my fingers, my wrists, my back, just my ankles, especially my knees too. No 17-year-old should be having knee problems. I was about 19 when I first started seeing this weird red bumps everywhere. Yeah, I remember the first time I got it, it was all over on the side of my hip and my bum and my whole leg. I remember looking at it and being like, oh, I must have an allergic reaction. I showed my mom, she was like, oh, you're having an allergic reaction. Just drink some water. It'll be fine. It'll go away. A couple weeks went by, those bumps they were still kind of there, and they had turned super red, burning to the touch, very painful.
And eventually it moved to other parts of the body, the rash?
Yes.
Whether it was on your face, it was on your chest, it was on your back.
Everywhere on my face, especially my forehead too. My whole back, all over my butt, all over my thighs, all over my legs. Even sometimes it would be on the tops of my feet, just very uncomfortable places. If I was wearing shoes for a while, you already know I was going to have it right at that awkward spot behind my heel. You went to a doctor, you got diagnosed with lupus through a blood test. Did they provide you immune suppressant meds? Did they provide you steroids to help you to try to cope with lupus and reduce the joint pain and chest pain? Is that how they worked with you first? Mm-hmm. So I was on the steroids. They definitely were not working. The steroids, they didn't help at all, honestly. If anything, they made it worse, I think. Even my mom told me that my mood would change whenever they kind of affected my mood a lot, and they weren't helping at all. They made everything worse. The chest pain was noticeably worse after I started taking the steroids. So it just didn't make any sense. And then it started spreading to other parts in my body. And then I stopped taking that and I did the whole diet thing. I went raw vegan for a little bit, and then I did vegan and gluten-free for a bit, and then it would work for a while, and then it just comes back. Did you tell your doctor, was it a rheumatologist that you were seeing? Yeah,
Did you tell your doctor you didn't want to take the steroids anymore because it was making your symptoms worse?
I did. I told her that I wasn't going to be taking the steroids, and I just told her no, that I couldn't take the steroids because it wasn't helping, and that I found a way to kind of manage it, but the symptoms are still there, and I found a way to manage it through like just diet and exercise. But
What was her comment to that?
her comment to that, she was relatively supportive, but then she told me to take, she was like, well, if you want to be extra careful or extra proactive about it, you can take this other medicine. This other medicine, I was like, well, what are the side effects? She said, well, a lot of people that have taken it go blind after. Like,
Yeah. Like, I don't want to get even worse.
yeah.
Yeah, makes no sense. We've got to find the cause and get rid of the causes and let the body recover on its own. Reverse your disease on your own. Your hives type of rashes, the bumps and the itching and the redness that appeared on the skin everywhere, face down to toe, head to toe, that started about how long ago?
That started when I was about 19, so probably about 2 years ago.
And that was already 4 years after you already got diagnosed with lupus. Okay.
Yes, it got progressively worse up until I started taking your medication, actually, because whenever I started getting them, I started taking a lot of Benadryl, and then that Benadryl just wasn't enough. So then I would take an Allegra in the morning. I experimented with Zyrtec. I tried it all to try to get my skin better. And I went to the rheumatologist and they told me to start taking Allegra and Benadryl to just calm down the rash.
You got to the point where the Benadryl was not working and the medications, even the Allegra you were taking, you told me when you were in class, even with the mask during the COVID, pandemic time, with the mask on, what would happen to your face where the rash was there with the mask on? Even with the Allegra, even with the Benadryl, what was your day like?
It was like I would wake up in the morning. I've got class in probably about 30 minutes, but I look in the mirror, I've got hives all over my face, and putting on the mask almost made it worse. And I would pull it down, it would be even redder and it would start burning because the mask is on there. I can't get air to hit it. Yeah, I started crying and like in my class, my professor came up to me. She was like, oh my God, like, are you okay? Like, pulled down my mask, show her. She was like, you need to go home and go to sleep. She sent me back to my dorm. And then one of my friends told me that she made the class really easy and we didn't have any assignments because, I think the professor just felt bad for me and didn't want me to have to do makeup work because of something that I can't control.
That you couldn't, that you can now.
That I couldn't control, yeah.
And so what happened with you? You told me originally in high school you had a problem because the wrist pain was so bad. What happened to you?
In high school, I was playing violin and viola for about a year or 2 years. I couldn't play anymore because my chest pain and my wrist pain was so bad. Like I would wake up unable to move my fingers and my hands. Like it would hurt so bad to even grab something small. Like it would just hurt. Even writing was kind of painful and very uncomfortable. So you can see gaps in my notes from school, like months where I just quit taking notes because it was painful.
I believe there's about a month left in the protocol and so there's many different steps that you have to take to really clear, if not all of this up, at least most of this up. Your skin rashes right now, the amount of severity, reduction in the severity of the rash, how much percentage?
The amount of severity is probably about like 90%.
And the frequency and the amount of the rash that appears on the body is about how much reduction?
Definitely at least like 70 or like 80.
And you've greatly reduced again, Benadryl didn't work before, Allegra didn't work before, but now they are helping a little bit. But you're taking a minute amount of that compared to what you tried in the past, right?
Now I only have to take one Allegra in the morning and 2 Benadryl before bed. Normally I was having to take an Allegra in the morning and Benadryl throughout the day. I would be so tired falling asleep, like just insanely tired, and it still wasn't working.
Wasn't
Like
working.
I was still having hives.
And now we're going to see it all gone very soon. So that's a great reduction. Your joint pain, it used to be across your whole body. And now is it still across your whole body, or has it reduced into just a few different joints or different locations on the body compared to what it was?
It's definitely reduced into just a few locations, and it's very spread out, and almost it's like one area at a time. It doesn't hurt like insanely either. Like it'll just like maybe in my pinky finger or like in my pointer finger, maybe randomly one day, like I might have something a little bit in the top of my foot, but like the swelling goes down in like an hour and it's fine. It used to be everywhere all the time.
All the time, 24/7?
All the time, 24/7. I couldn't even take a deep breath properly, like, because I would feel it in my sternum. Like it would be so sore, like sore to the touch. And now I'm fine. I don't even have chest pain anymore, really.
It's incredible. So again, Brett, I'm so happy for you. It's awesome. You're delightful. You deserve to be okay. You deserve to be done with this condition and with these symptoms and not have to live in the horrible chronic autoimmune disease illness category where the medicines weren't working, whether prescribed or over the counter. It's just not the way to live. And so you're at such a great reduction. I'm glad your mother found me. I'm glad she helped you find me and get you started here. And we're going to touch base again after you're done with this protocol. And I really hope for your sake, I don't even need to examine you again. I hope that you're fully well, but it might take another visit or so, which I described when I first met you. But again, you still have various infections that are going to be targeted in the coming weeks of your protocol and to get rid of those causes of your disease. So I think that you're going to be even greater reduction in these symptoms. I have a very strong feeling about that, which is awesome. I thank you for getting on this call with me today and spending your time and sharing with everybody. And they're going to be grateful when they listen to you. Is there anything else besides everything that you've been so generous to share with people in this call? Is there anything that you'd like to say to a person, whether a male or a female, younger or older, who's suffering needlessly, now that you know that, suffering needlessly with lupus?
I'm just gonna say it. Everywhere it says the diet stuff, the diet, it only works for a certain amount of time. The medicine, it doesn't work. I've talked to multiple people. It doesn't work. The diet stuff, it works for like a month or two, and then it comes back and it's just gonna keep getting worse. Like, this is the only time I've ever had success with anything. I'm a really healthy person. I eat so healthy. I work out so much. I'm a yoga instructor. Like, Dr. Herman has really helped me out a lot. I'm really thankful.
Yeah, thank you.